All right, so this lesson is on an NBA Youngboy type beat. This beat sounds kind of like the NBA Youngboy beat for Feel Me. And I want you to download that template, open it up in GarageBand, and it will look like this. Now, what we're going to try to do with this beat is move some things around and do some duplicating or copying of measures so that the song is longer and that it has more variation, that we're not just doing 8 bars of music all the time, right? But that we're taking some of our elements, copying them, adding some stuff so that we can start to create longer form songs. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to duplicate all of this material. Now see this little plus sign over here? It gives you 2 options, duplicate or add. Now, when you duplicate, okay, it's going to take all of this material and copy it. If you add, it will add blank bars. So we are going to duplicate. And now you can see we have the same thing from measures 1 to 8 and from 9 to 16. So instead of 8 bars, we have 16 bars. All right. Once you have done this, all right, you have the option to look at each section individually or at all sections. We're going to go to all sections. All right, our beat sounds like this. All right, and what we want to do first is try to create that kind of drop that happens at the beginning of the song. And to do that, all you have to do is really just shift some things back and forth, and we're going to focus everything on this number 3. Okay, so we're going to move our hi-hats back to 3. So we just kind of manipulate those loops so everything goes back to 3. We're going to move our drums and snare back to 3. And we're going to move our 808 bass to 3. Now you'll notice we just have strings and choir at the beginning. We get this drop. Boom. Alright, that's a pretty cool effect. Alright. The next thing that we're going to do for this song is we're going to record those beautiful lush pads. Now, a pad is a synth that sounds really airy and cloudy and kind of sits in the back of the mix. Alright, and so we're going to play this pad over the song. Now, you're going to play a continuous take from 1 all the way to 16, and you're going to add some pads around the second half of the first section and the second half of the second section, but they're going to be different, okay? You'll notice we see these letters and these bars here. These are chords. So this is a feature in GarageBand where you can play chords instead of playing the keyboards or playing a scale. So it plays more than one note at a time. You're going to record these pads, and you can see if I play lower, it plays lower. If I play higher, it plays higher. So I'm going to record a continuous take. I'm going to give it some space at the beginning. I'm going to let the drop come in. Now I'm going to record my pad. Now I'm going to give it some space again. Now I'm going to record a pad with a little different pattern. So you can see on that second pad, I played it down lower, right? And it just gives it some variation. So not every time you record are you just going to record loops. Now we have a more continuous kind of take over all the rest of these loops. Okay. The last thing you can do for extra credit, if you want extra credit, is open up this drum track. Now, for this track, I played in the drum beat by hand because I want it to sound exactly like the NBA Youngboy beat. Okay, but you can add some more drums into this if you want. You just got to make sure that you're quantizing and looping. So I'm going to add a little secondary snare. But I'm going to wait till the drop to record it. Here I go. Now, you'll notice I didn't play that in perfectly, so of course I'm just going to quantize that with my settings to a 16th note. And let's just listen to see if that kind of came in right. I like that. I want it to be a little quieter, and I'm just going to loop it. All right, so it's happening in that first section. Maybe I take it out in the second section to give more room for a voice or something. All right, that last part with the drum, that was extra credit, but otherwise your song should look something like this when you're finished. Thanks.